Do you agree with Paul's reading of that?
I think Jesse needs to play more football, and I don't think he's going to do that at Man United. You know, I just think the team, the starting 11 is set, especially if Jadon Sanchez is going to come in. He'll probably want to play more. I thought today he had some good touches in the game. He was probably the most creative player of everybody attacking-wise. I love that little flick there. And because Jesse can play multiple positions, I think he's a good squad player. And like Scholesy said, when you play in these positions, you got to come in and play like Mason Greenwood and get, 10 goals and, Bruno Fernandes is scoring goals and getting assists. And I think the numbers just haven't been there for Jesse, and that's why he's not going to play. But I thought today he had some good moments. He loves driving with the ball, getting into those positions. His numbers just need to get up. But I thought he was probably the brightest United player today, and this was his best moment, really, getting a goal, which was great for his confidence. 2 in a row, one against Leicester and one in this one. And that's what he does well. He just needs to do more, just run off the ball, run into that space. And he did it today, and he got his reward. And I think Scholesy makes a good point. He was frustrated when he went off, because he's right. He would have wanted to play 90 minutes because he's not going to get many more opportunities.
And look, Paul, whether it's you or it's Owen or it's Rio Ferdinand or it's Robin van Persie, any time a former Man United player talks about Man United, it makes headlines. And when Jese Lingard sees these headlines, which he may well about him, and should he be staying or going, he might feel frustrated and think, why are you even having that conversation? I've just played the game, I scored the goal. But maybe there's a moment where it's good for everyone. He's only made 9 Premier League starts this season. He's 27 years old, almost 28. Maybe it's the right thing for everyone.
Yeah, you possibly could be right. I was just thinking that as well while I was watching those clips. I know what Jesse's capable of. I grew up with him, watching him, playing with him, coaching him in the reserve team. So I know what he's capable of. He's capable of a lot better than he's showing. I just think at United now he's just become a squad player, really. And you think about it, is he 26, 27 now?
27, he's 28 in December.
Does he really... 27, 28 in December. He should be at the peak of his career. Does he want to be playing 10, 15, possibly 20 games a season at that age? I don't think so. I think he still has ambitions probably to get in the England squad, and he needs to find some form for that. And is he ever going to get that chance at United? I don't think, unless there's a lot of injuries, a lot of people out, I don't see him getting I don't see him getting a run of games, really, unless he moves to a club not where he's guaranteed football, he still has to fight for his place, but a club, say a mid-table team, possibly, I don't know, an Everton, a West Ham, something like that. I don't know, but I know, I like Jesse. Jesse's a good lad. There's a lot of ability in there. He just needs a run of games to do it, but I don't think he'll get that at Man United.
OK, tell you what, let's hear from him. He's with Matt Smith.
Jesse, they made you work hard as a team for that, didn't they?
Obviously they came in with nothing to lose, and we knew he was going to start on the front foot. So they made it difficult, first half, but I felt like we wore them out second half and we stuck to the game plan.
2 goals in 2 games for you. That sounds good.
Yeah, of course you take confidence from goals, and I've wanted to obviously add goals this season, and obviously I've started and scored, so hopefully can carry on throughout the competition now.
You're definitely claiming it, because I know the defender got a little bit of it on it, didn't he?
Yeah, of course. Sometimes not all worldies. You take them ones.
Yeah. Equally, you were not far from where I was sat when you saw your number came up. When I naturally saw your face fall a little bit, you would have rather stayed on. Most players would. Yeah,
of course. I was enjoying the game. I enjoy football naturally anyway, and I felt like I would score more, but obviously it is the manager's decision, and I stuck by that.
Yeah, I know you've talked about it being a tough season actually on and off the pitch. Does football help?
Yeah, of course, when you're in the right mental state, of course, football takes your mind away from everything, and I love football and enjoy football, and of course, Man United's in my blood, and I love playing for the club. And you still feel you're going to get chances here? Yeah, 100%. Especially playing against Lask today, there's a lot of space in behind, and my goal, was part of that. Obviously, one team run, and obviously I stayed on side and. Had to be composed. Yeah, and as a group, I guess, those that perhaps haven't had as many chances this season thus far, maybe you've done a little bit tonight to get into the thinking for next week. It'll be a big couple of weeks if you can go all the way. Yeah, of course. I think we need the squad now. We're doing well. In personnel with injuries, and we come together as a team next week, and of course we fly out for the Copenhagen game, and our mindsets on that and to get through there.
Nice to see the smile.
Cheers,
Good luck next week.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Of course he wants to be involved. Paul's not sure he will be. He thinks that might be it for him for this season at least. What do you think?
I think Jesse could be a good impact player off the bench. Obviously, the starting 11 is set, but I think Jesse, at times, I think when he gets goals and assists, he has a huge impact on games. And I think his greatest attribute is his movement, is running off the ball. And I think the coaches must have said something to him there, because he mentioned in his interview that the space was there to run in behind. A lot of players come short, get the ball. Jesse can make space for other people with his runs, and coaches want that. So I think Jesse could be a big impact off the bench. He's not going to start every game, we know that now. But off the bench, I think he could, when things open up, I think he could help.
Didn't he?
Yeah, but he's down because he knows that was a big opportunity for him. He didn't get to finish the game. And he knows maybe he's not going to get many more games, like Scholes, he said. So you want to play, and I think he's only going to get that run if he gets an opportunity. That was an opportunity. He scored in his last 2 games. He probably just wants more of it.
Yeah. Oh, and they're talking about coming on and making an impact, Paul. That's what we saw tonight from Martial. With all those changes, it was one of those moments where he came on and you just saw that little difference in quality.
Yeah, well, that's why he plays every week. He's got real quality, hasn't he? As a centre-forward, as a wide player, he's been terrific this season. Probably one of the players of the season for Man United. And tonight was no different. He scored a lot of goals like this, a lot of passing and movement, 1-2, great feet to go past. It gets a little bit fortunate with the finish, but I've been really impressed by Martial. I know he's not everybody's cup of tea, but I really like him. I think he's been brilliant this season, and hopefully there's more of this to come for him, not only in the next 2 weeks, but also next season as well.
And a lovely little glance straight away at Ollie and a smile towards the bench. You sort of get the sense that the two have got a great relationship, and Ollie's really worked hard to improve his game, hasn't he? He's been sort of the perfect manager, I think, for Martial.
Yes, I think he has, Jake, exactly. I think when Ollie first came in, I don't think Martial was hungry enough for goals. I don't think he lived on goals. Even in training, maybe he wasn't doing his finishing, doing his practicing. And I think Ollie's really put that into him, because he knows what he's capable of. He's quick, he's skillful, he can fly past people. Very difficult to play against, but the lad had to improve his finishing and his goal scoring, and there's no doubt this season he's really done that, and a little nod to Ollie there to show him.
And very quickly, Paul said in the build-up to this that he thinks a number 9 is what Man United need to focus on. Jadon Sancho would be great, but a striker's what they want. Do you agree with that? Do you still think that is an area that Martial can't fill for them?
Well, I think the big defensive...